There are some people who lose everything before they even understand what it means to have something. Amina was one of them. She was only 15 years old when her entire world changed. One afternoon while she was at boarding school, a headmistress called her into the office. The moment Amina walked in, she knew something was wrong. The woman looked at her with sad eyes. Then she said the words that would change Amina's life forever. Her parents were dead. They had been traveling to visit her when their minibus was involved in a terrible accident. A careless driver, faulty brakes, and in a matter of seconds, Amina became an orphan. She couldn't cry. She couldn't speak. She simply sat there staring at the floor, hoping someone would tell her it was all a mistake. But it wasn't. 3 months later, her mother's brother, Uncle Bello, came to take her away. Amina thought she was going to a home where she would be cared for. She was wrong. On their way to Lagos, Uncle Bello looked at her and said, "You're a burden now. Your school days are over. You'll work and contribute to this house." Amina said nothing. She had already lost her parents. She couldn't afford to lose the only place she had left to call home. But Uncle Bello didn't care about her dreams. On her 16th birthday, the school books her father had once written, encouraging messages inside, were thrown into a fire. Amina watched them burn. Those books represented the future her father had dreamed for her. And as the pages turned to ashes, it felt like her future was burning with them. She began working at a market as a salesgirl. Every morning, she woke before sunrise. Every evening, she returned exhausted. She watched other young girls go to school while she stood behind a market stall counting money. But somewhere inside her, a small part of her still believed that life could become better. Then she met Jibril. Jibril was poor. His shoes were worn out. His clothes were old. Sometimes he didn't even have enough money to buy what he came to the market for. But there was something different about him. He had ambition, and he had a gentle heart. He noticed Amina, not just the girl selling goods at the market. He noticed her intelligence. He noticed the way she calculated prices in her head. He noticed how she helped customers even when they treated her badly. One day, he looked at her and said, "Oh, you're too intelligent to be here." Amina smiled sadly. "I have no choice." But Jibril made her feel like she did have a choice. He made her feel seen. And slowly, the two of them fell in love. Their love wasn't built on money. They had almost nothing. Sometimes they could only afford to sit somewhere quiet and talk. But to Amina, those moments were priceless. Jibril told her about his dreams. He wanted to continue his education. He wanted to get a good job. He wanted to build a better life. And Amina believed in him, so much that she began sacrificing her own future for his. She saved money whenever she could, money she had planned to use to escape her difficult life. But one day, she gave all of it to Jibril. "Use it for your education," she told him. Jibril looked at her in disbelief. "Are you sure?" Amina smiled. "I believe in you." He held her hand, and then he made her a promise. "One day I'll marry you. I swear." Those words became the foundation of Amina's hope. She believed him. She loved him. And if Jibril needed everything she had, Amina was willing to give it.